Everybody, welcome to IT Skills channel. My name is Aiden. In today's video, we're going to take a look at, as it says here, Elon Musk apologized to laid off Tesla employees for a major mistake. We're going to discuss what that mistake is because this happens to Elon a lot, and usually he doesn't apologize. In this case, he's apologizing, and this has to do with the layoff the employees. So we're going to talk about what he did and what we need to learn from this mistake. Especially if you're getting into, owning your own business, this is something that not to do basically. So let's talk about it. So what is the mistake? So as you know, Tesla laid off 10% of its workforce globally on a couple days ago. When they did that, it was surprise to everyone, including their managers, seems like. Because when the managers informed the employees of layoff, they first did it at 2 a.m. via email, or it was an email from Elon at 2 a.m. To some employee reporting, according to some sources. And also it was one of those layoffs where the employees were not properly, you know, get paid properly. In this case, what I mean by paid, severance package. The severance package wasn't properly done because from the reporting I've been reading is that every employee got maybe 1 to 2 months of severance pay. Now you can say, well, that's a lot. Why? What's the problem with it? But the problem is that every employee were generalized. There was no employee time calculation based on how many years they've been with the company. The number of years you invest with a company or you stay with a company, it shows your loyalty, it shows your commitment. In this case, those employees' loyalty and commitment was not returned by Tesla. So it is insulting for a company, who is multi-billion dollars to not calculate that for employees that have been there for maybe 10 years, maybe 5 years, and then treat equally everybody the same. In this case, equal treatment is not even the good thing. Most of the time we want equal treatment, but this is the worst time to get equal treatment. Because if you were there at Tesla for 10 years and then somebody's been there for 5 months, getting the same severance package, it means it's just like an insult and it's stabbed to the backside. And in this case, I'm so glad that Elon was informed properly so he could actually correct this. He literally, apologized. He's trying to do the right thing in this case. And he basically is going to go ahead pay those employees severance package correctly. And hope and rightly so, because those employees that have been there longer have a lot more responsibilities, have a lot more planning to do. So they don't, maybe some of them may decide to change careers because it happens whenever you get laid off from one job. You like, you know what? I'm tired. I've been doing this too long. Let me go to another, try something new. Some of those employees may need some time to figure out how to pay the rest of their bills since the money is not going to come in every month after the severance package is finished. And also, the other thing you have to remember is that most employees when they're getting laid off, nobody's aware of it. It's one of the worst thing ever. It's a surprise, tight-lipped. Not a lot of people will say anything. Even if you know your company is not doing great, everybody knows there's gonna be layoff, but nobody knows it's gonna be them. And that's what it is. That's what's so damaging about it. So the fact is those employees that get laid off probably had no clue. So they didn't update the resume. They don't have a plan B. They don't have a ways to go. It just means that it adds the pain to their families. And I feel sorry for anybody that loses their job, especially from a billion-dollar company, because you would think, what is another, couple $1 million? Can they not afford it? We know they can. It's just the corporate greed. It's the society we live in right now. If corporate, stakeholders, investors are not happy or they think they're getting slightly broke because they lost maybe a couple millions out of their billions, they're gonna say, well, we gotta need to do some cut cost. It's like the mentality, I guess that's how you stay rich, right? They stay rich because they know how to cut ties. They know how to burn relationship, how to burn bridges quicker than anybody else. And I guess for us, we all work for people. I'm assuming this video, we all employees. What we can we do to prepare for ourselves so if we don't get cut off, surprise like this Tesla employees? I'm thinking that there's not much you can do to prepare. You could be the perfect 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 employee, but if a corporate upper head make a target, they in this case they make a bounty out of your head by saying, hey, this so and so makes too much money. And they don't even know what you do. They just know that your number, let's just say 28, you make, X number of money, like you make over 100,000, etc. Then they may say, you know what, we need to save 100,000 from three three people or maybe 18 people that make this much money. And they looking at you as a number. They don't even know your name sometimes. That's how big companies are. Everybody's a number. And in that case, there's really nothing you can do. You just hope that you're not the one that it gets caught up with that mess. And if you do, you just have to know that it's nothing personal. You gotta move on. You gotta, learn new skills. That's what I say. Learn skills all the time. Don't wait until you have to get a job. Always constantly improve yourself. Always constantly train because you never know what the world may bring. You never know what the companies, your bosses may say to you or may tell you, hey, we're doing this. And sometimes it could not be a layoff. Sometimes it could be a layoff to your core team member, that it's not you directly, but it's your core team member. And your manager or maybe your supervisor or maybe your team lead, you may be like, how am I supposed to get this all work done now without my team? And so you ask yourself that question, and they may tell you, you know what, figure out because we're gonna save our money. We are here to save money. That's all they're gonna tell you. So it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's a reality of a business, and we all are gonna probably face this fate, sometime in our lifetime. And if don't face it, we're lucky. Especially when you work in a IT/technology companies, it's kind of norm to see that trending, down and up. Especially nowadays, it's a little bit more down, but I could see this back up and people hiring crazy again. It could become a employees market once more, but right now it's the employers market. Therefore, employers have the power. They can do whatever they want to. They can lay off because they know there's a talent pool in the market. They can get a replacement for you. And I also know that companies, when they make a mistake, they fix it with money. So in this case, if they lay off somebody that's important to their business core, they didn't realize it because they didn't do the proper planning, just like the severance package planning, then, basically, it could basically, they could just fix it by hiring somebody else for double of the money that the person they lay off was making. And it's called money. Money talks. Bullshit works. That's how it is. But yeah, thanks for watching. Comment below what you think and talk to you next time. Peace.